Hello everyone, my name is Vincent Torres, and thank you for allowing me to spend some time to speak with you today. Today I'll be sharing with you a topic that holds personal value to me. It is a topic that doesn't quite seem to let go of the back of my mind. It has an influence on every aspect of my life. This is a topic that fails to lose my interest, no matter how much I speak about it within an essay or a speech. This is the concept of a never-ending journey towards self-improvement. I'm currently a student at Estrella Mountain Community College who's pursuing an associate's degree in applied science. I graduated from Dysart High School in El Mirage, Arizona with a cumulative GPA of 3.5, which placed me in the top 25% of my class. I've always liked to think that my GPA was an exceeding level since I was higher than the majority of my classmates. Truth be told, if I were enrolled in a more prestigious high school, I would just be a mediocre student, perhaps bottom of the class. So I pushed myself even harder through high school. I enrolled into honors, AP, dual enrollment, and still ended up with the same outcome, A's and B's. And when junior year came along, I earned my first C in AP physics. Man, that hit me like a truck. But I wasn't mad at myself. I was mad at my teacher. I was mad at how unfair the tests were. I was mad and putting all the blame on everyone but myself. Surely this couldn't be my fault, right? I'm a regular A and B student. Well, mostly B's. But something must be out of sorts. And something was out of sorts. It was my drive for self-improvement. I want you to rewind your brain to when you first woke up this morning. Now I want you to ask yourself if you hit the snooze button on your alarm clock, or perhaps woke up naturally and decided to doze back off. If you did, I want you to ask yourself why. Why did you choose to put forth the effort to earn a measly 5 to 10 more minutes of sleep instead of hopping out of the bed and getting ready for the day? Studies have shown that this is more beneficial to the mind and the body to spring out of the bed on the initial wake than it is to hit snooze. As a matter of fact, hitting snooze can be detrimental to a person's outlook of the day. In an article published by Cleveland Clinic, Dr. Rina Mehra warns that hitting snooze disrupts REM sleep, or rapid eye movement sleep. That this rapid eye movement sleep makes up much of the latter part of the sleep schedule. This leads us to the question of why does the mind prefer indulging in the things that have negative effects on the body, other than taking on tasks that are beneficial to the body? A big part of this issue that people fail to overcome on a daily basis is the lack of challenging the brain. One tactic that has been proven to gain significant increase in brain performance is by taking on challenging tasks. Harvard Health puts this concept simply when saying, you have to always challenge your brain in order for it to grow. This is why choosing a new activity is so beneficial. It engages your brain to learn something new and offers a chance to improve. I love comparing the mind to other functions of the body, such as muscle growth, since they both behave in a similar way. When a person walks into the gym to lift weights, they slowly start to lose strength throughout the duration of the workout. This is due to the stress that the weight exerts on the muscles. Although strength is deteriorating throughout the workout, this implements the challenge factor that is required for muscle growth and strength development. A way that this can be simply stated is that challenging yourself to the point of failure really translates to success. Unfortunately, simply going to the gym and pushing your body to the limits once a month will not exactly get a person into shape. It requires much repetition and consistency to build muscle, as does the brain. In an article written by James Clear, the author of the #1 New York Times bestseller, Atomic Habits, he said, there is one way that your hopes and dreams actually sabotage you from becoming better. Your desires can easily lure you into biting off more than you can chew. What James means by this is that people often get carried away due to extreme amounts of motivation. It is true that the journey towards self-improvement is a marathon, not a sprint. An example that James gives in this particular article is that you get inspired by The Biggest Loser. Head to the gym, bust your butt to the point of exhaustion, and take the next 3 months off to recover. This is a perfect representation of how trying to achieve a life-changing goal in a small amount of time rather than creating a change in overall lifestyle that can be used to slowly inch your way towards self-improvement. When it comes to achieving these long-term and short-term goals, a great amount of discipline will be highly advantageous. The term discipline is based off of the idea of self-control. Many may think that the term discipline is a form of punishment, which is true in some instances, but when it is applied correctly, discipline can serve as a valuable tool. The act of teaching discipline requires a person in authority, most commonly teachers, coaches, and personal trainers, who encourage habits, routines, and blind obedience. Children and teenagers are more likely to have access to these types of influential figures. In an excerpt published by UNICEF, the common argument is that to keep up, adolescents must be able to seize opportunities and confront challenges. They need education and skills to become lifelong learners, to secure productive work and make informed decisions, and to positively engage in their communities. It is apparent that there is an emphasis on educating our youth, but as the youth turn to adults, these influential figures tend to dissipate from their lives. This brings us to the concept of self-discipline. According to an article published by the Very Well Mind, self-discipline is the ability to control your behavior in a way that leads you to be more productive and/or have better habits. Lacking self-discipline can have a major impact on a person's quality of life, including mental health. You hear motivation and discipline used in similar ways. Some may even say that discipline requires motivation, and I believe that this is entirely false. To put it in short, discipline is more powerful than motivation. In an article published by The Hustle that compares motivation to discipline, in the excerpt, think of motivation as your initial burst of inspiration and discipline as the thing that keeps you moving towards your goal long after the novelty has failed. What we can take away from this is that motivation can be bypassed when a fixed goal is set and the necessary amount of discipline is applied. In all, the journey towards self-improvement is constructed using valuable tools, such as discipline, training the mind, and pacing your goals. Implementing these three things into your daily routine will open gateways to a healthy lifestyle. We must remember that our quality of life is only as good as the work that we are willing to put into it. Thank you for your time.